So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down everything that we currently know about Strand, as well as breaking down some theory crafting ideas that I have from it from reading stuff on Bungie's website. If you haven't done so already, like, share, comment, and subscribe, as not even 1% of you guys that watch my content are subscribed. So if you could please do that, that would be greatly appreciated. But let's just get into the video. So now going over all three of the new subclasses here on Bungie's website, we had the Brood Weaver Warlock, which was formerly known as the Architect. So it says that they effortlessly manipulate the weave using only their mind from the back line. These telekinetic sorcerers can even twist Strand into sentient creatures to do their bidding. Breaking that down quickly here, twisting Strand into sentient creatures to do their bidding sounds awesome. It sounds a lot like the Iron Lord artifact that we had in Destiny 1, where hitting a target with a melee ability would make that target join your side. So for example, you would punch an acolyte and then the acolyte would start shooting at other enemies for you, which sounds amazing. We don't have anything like that currently in Destiny 2, and having that back would be really, really cool and could be really interesting, especially if it could work with stuff like champions. Just imagine you go and punch an unstoppable ogre and then the unstoppable ogre joins your team for a little bit. That would be insane. Now going on to the Thread Runner Hunters, it says Masters of Movement, Speed and Grace. The city is a Thread Runner's playground as they grasp threads and weave new ones to dart through the air, finding the fastest way between 2 points. This is probably going to be a speed runner's dream, especially if you're a hunter player. I can just see hunters darting around with a load of grapple hook abilities, which we'll get into later. Now we have the Berserker Titan, which was formerly known as the Tyrant. Untamed and wild, berserkers tear at Strand to manifest claws they use to sever their targets from the weave, leaping into harm's way with wild abandon. The line no one crosses is drawn by a berserker. So Titans, it seems like you're once again getting a very melee focused class. It seems very aggressive and very melee focused with the claws. Hopefully there's enough differences and unique things that this class has so that it isn't exactly similar to that of Striker Titan or the Stasis class that you have access to. Praying for you here, as the last couple subclasses you've gotten mainly seem to be about punching, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but a little bit of change here and there isn't bad either for you guys. So now going into breaking down the things that we see in the gameplay trailers. First thing is the grapple hook ability that every class has access to. This goes in your grenade slot, so you'd be sacrificing your grenade ability to have access to a grappling hook. Although in some of the clips here, it does seem like it does have some kind of offensive capabilities, and you are able to grapple onto anything, be it a moving train, or be it a Striker Titan mid Thunder Crash, which is incredible. Next up, we have the Warlock using its brand new super. It seems to be similar to that of a Blade Barrage, where you shoot out a load of projectiles in a direction, but then when they hit a solid target or an object, they explode, and then they turn into these tracking balls, which then seek out more targets. Also in one of the clips here, when it shows off the new super, we can see that the Warlock, for some reason, has 3 melee charges. This could be a future aspect that we will get to learn about later on. Now moving on to the Titan here, we can see it using its new Strand super, pulling out its claws and doing some kind of AoE spinning attack. But then it also ends off with it shooting off projectiles from the super, which is good to see. Shows that it has some range capability. Also at the end here, we possibly see a new aspect for the Titan, where using your class ability shoots out some kind of strand attack, similar to that of that one Titan exotic, which does a similar thing, but it's solar. Ending off with the Hunters here, you obviously have your new Strand Rope Dart super, where you spin around and do cool AoE attacks. You also seem to have a ranged kind of whip attack, so you can hit enemies from afar, which is cool. And also a sneak peek at a possible aspect where you have a Shatter Dive ability, which then kind of ropes up enemies and has them suspended in the air for a short time. So we've seen an aspect for each class, which is cool. Also at the end here, we see the Hunter swinging from their grapple hook and then throwing off a melee, because as we know, the grapple hook takes up your grenade ability, so this projectile that you're shooting out must be your melee charge. But that's basically everything that we can see of Strand on both the Bungie website and in the 2 trailers that we have seen Strand in action. If you found it helpful, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as well, hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future content. But that is going to do it for this video, so I'll see you in the next one.